I'm not trying to be rude, but what do you mean in 2025 you still cannot do your makeup? Oh yeah, to the front of the class now. What's up YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Start here if this is your first time. Hi and welcome to my channel. So as you guys can see from the title of the video, I joined a makeup class and today I'm just going to be spilling some secrets, like giving you guys tips, because honestly my makeup wasn't like bad before I joined the class, but I did notice improvements in my skills. So this video is for the girlies that want to know how to do their makeup but still cannot do their makeup. But then I get it, like, you know, that's why I'm here. That's why Big T is here. Yeah, I'm just gonna be telling you guys, showing you guys how I do my makeup. As you can see, this is a very simple look. It's not like nothing extra. Like, this is like my everyday. I don't do my makeup every day, but if I were to do my makeup every day, I would probably do this. Like, it's very simple, quick, you know, do it and be out of the house. Like, you can do this honestly in 20-30 minutes. Like, it's not too much. It's very simple. So if you do want to learn how to do very simple makeup looks with the tips and tricks that I learned from this class, get your makeup products, get your, you know, everything that you need to get, and jot things down.
Get a pen and a jotter. Jot things down.
Before we get into this video, before we get any further, please follow me on all my social medias. Everything is linked in the description below. And also, you know, if this video is helpful to you, if you watch it to the end and this video helps you, subscribe, okay? I'm watching. And also, like, just give me a like, comment, guys, like, please, like, help me. I'm helping you right now, so help me. And with all that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first step in getting a flawless beat, you know, no, the most crucial step is not your foundation. The most important step is your skin prep. Like, you have to prep your skin, make sure your skin is very moisturized, because if you're putting makeup on dry skin, it's just going to be cakey, because the makeup products don't really have anything to rest on, essentially. I hope we're together. So the most important step is your skin care, like skin prep. Take your time, do your skin prep, make sure your skin is very moisturized. Now when you want to start your skin care, skin prep, you have to go in with micellar water to clean all the dirt. Like, even if you just have your bath and you feel like your skin is very clean, you still have it, like, you know, just to make sure everything is clean. Get a cotton pad and just put it and like properly clean your face, like the corners and whatnot. Honestly, in the makeup class, they had like so many other products you should do for your skincare, but I don't have those products. And honestly, like I've said before, I don't like putting so many products on my skin. So for me personally, I use like 3 to 4 products for my skincare, because I just only do skincare to keep my skin moisturized. So after using micellar water, your skin is going to feel dry, and now you have to go in with hydrating and moisturizing products. So when I want to moisturize or hydrate to do my skincare, I use essence. This is the moisturizing essence, and then, you know, and it also like really depends on your skin type. Like, it's important for you to know your skin type before you do your skincare, you know, the kind of products you use. I personally have oily skin, so every skincare I'm doing is for oily skin essentially. But like, when I do use micellar water, it takes out the moisture. So I'm basically using this product to bring back moisture to my skin. So after using essence, I use this toner. I use it a lot actually. After doing that, I go in with this eye cream. Like I have said before, I personally can do without this eye cream, but it also like adds moisture. So I use just very little. I don't like to use too much. Like, this is how little I'm using. I just put it under the eye, and then I go in with a moisturizer. Well, this is a moisturizing cream, a hydrating moisturizing cream. I use it as a moisturizer. Honestly, for me, I always feel like less is better. So don't use like too much products on your face. Like, even like your skincare and your makeup products, just always use less. you apply the products, because some people like to put like dots of products on their faces. Like, don't be scared to apply products, but less is better. For my final step, I then go in with a primer. So this is a hydrating primer. I prefer mattifying primers. I also have this primer, but it's done. But honestly, I feel like this matte primer, this is the best primer I've used. So I feel like if you have oily skin, it's better to use a mattifying primer. Yeah, and then if you have dry skin, it's better to go in with a hydrating primer. But for the sake of this video, and because my primer is basically done, I'm going to use this hydrating primer. As you can see, that's it for the skin prep. For me, you can choose to use more products, use less, use whatever you feel comfortable with, honestly. But me personally, this is what I do. And you know, now my skin feels hydrated, it feels moisturized, and then I'm gonna just start. So there are different ways to do your eyebrows, different tutorials out there. If you have very thin eyebrows or you don't have eyebrows, you can choose to draw your eyebrows. I personally do not draw my eyebrows because my eyebrows are pretty thick, as you can see. Like, before, my eyebrows used to be even very bushy, but now they are just really thick, so I don't draw them. And you can choose to do your eyebrows before or after. I used this eyebrow gel, this is the name, and then I just basically lay my eyebrows flat. Okay, so I can choose to, you know, do the eyebrows, do everything I have to do, or do my face and then finish up my eyebrows later. I'm gonna do my face now. The number one step in doing your makeup, I don't know about not using foundation, because I always put foundation. I just don't like doing my makeup without foundation, but you can choose to do however you want. I always use foundation. I'm using this Fit Me foundation. This is my foundation. So like I said, for me, I feel like less is more. I just like to apply a little. I mean, I still apply it to my skin, but like, I don't like putting so much products. And then you don't have to put it on your nose, because honestly, your nose does not need a lot of products, because you just, I mean, it's very, very little. You don't need to put so much. And then when you blend, whatever you have left on your brush or your beauty blender, you can always just use the remaining of that and put it on your nose. So now, this is one of the most important things I learned in my makeup class, this beauty blender. And guys, this beauty blender has been a game changer for me. It's it's so good. As you can see, this is it, because with this you can put your products in specific places and, you know, blend and control exactly where you want it to be. You'll see as we go further into the video. But honestly, this beauty blender is so helpful. Now, your beauty blender should always be damp. When you use a dry beauty blender, the product just stays on the blender, like it's not blending anything. And then when it's wet, it just basically packs the product. When you want to blend, don't drag, just damp. Literally, guys, don't drag your product, whatever, just press it, blend it in that spot into your skin. Literally, the most important thing in makeup, honestly, is blending. Your blending will make or break your makeup. If you don't blend properly, if you want to use the most expensive makeup product, your makeup will still come out looking like dookie. So the most important thing, honestly, is blending. And how can you blend? Like I just said, you press and you keep blending, keep pressing till your hand starts paining you. I'm just kidding. Another thing, I don't know how people do their makeup without putting products on their forehead. I don't understand the science behind that. Like, I genuinely don't get it. Put products on your forehead, guys. Like, not too much, obviously. What foundation? What foundation? Can you see? Blended. And then also, when you're blending your products, always try to look at it from different angles, because sometimes you can be looking at it forward and it can look okay, and when you turn, you can see like maybe here isn't blended properly or there's a demarcation. Always try to look at your products, or like look at the work you've done from different angles to be sure that everything is blended properly. And you can always just go back and blend to be sure that it's good. Okay, are we together? Are you following? If you've gotten to this part of the video, you should like it, because I know that, you know, I'm speaking to you. After blending, the next thing is to contour. Now, this is a foundation. I know. I personally like to use it as a contour because it's full coverage and it does the job, you know, like I don't have to use a lot, and then it really does the job. So I use this foundation as a contour, but you can always get a contour. I don't remember the shade this is in because it peeled off. This is how dark it is. Now when you're trying to do your contour, you should get an angled brush like this. This brush is so helpful. Always use an angled brush, because when you're contouring, it's like this, you know. So of course this is the kind of brush you want to use because of the angle. Get an angled brush, and then I take my brush and put it behind my hand, obviously. Then I put the product like this. I don't put too much, and this is it. Then you take your contour from the top of your ear. Now when you are doing your contour, it's important to know the kind of face you have. If you have a round face, you should contour this way, like this. Don't contour to your mouth. I don't know why, I don't know what that is, but you know, your cheeks, and then try to just to lift your cheeks. But if you have a long face, you can contour this way. So this is it's making it look orange. I don't know, but stay with me. Okay, now when you're contouring, you have to take it up, literally. And then you can use the remaining products you have and just take it to your forehead. Like I said, and upwards, and use the rest on your forehead. Now, when that is done, the next thing you want to do is blush, and you put your blush directly above the contour on your cheeks here. So I have like different kinds of blushes. Before, I would use this blush. This is a lip palette. Every color here is actually for the lips, but I like to use this for blush. You get any brush of your choice with this kind of bottom or tip, and then use whichever color you feel like. For me, I'm gonna use, what kind of vibe am I going for? Depending on the kind of vibe you're going for, honestly, just experiment. You know, you can always mix colors, which is what I always do. I'm using this shade. Put it at the back of my hand, and then get another shade. People always like use purple. I don't get purple blush. Like, nobody's blushing purple, so I don't really understand. Like, apparently it's better for dark skinned people to use purple blush. I don't get it. So just mix the shades, then you get a round brush like this. Take your blush, as I'm doing, and then, like I said, at the top of your now, when you put your blush and everything, you use the remaining blush on your brush and put it at the tip of your nose. This is because when you are contouring, you're not going to use contour at the bottom. Like, this just gives it a better effect. Don't worry, even if you think it looks scary, everything will come together. Now, this is another thing I learned, and this actually helps and it saves product. This is why I say this beauty blender is so important. And then when I am trying to like conceal and everything, I like to layer. I just don't like going in with, you know, a bright under eye look. I like to layer. Layering gives it more coverage, and you don't have to put a lot of products, because if you put too many products under your eyes, it's gonna crease. So the less the better, as I said. And then when you layer, you also have the opportunity to put very little products while covering a lot, essentially. So I like to go in with a concealer that is maybe 1 to 2 shades lighter than me, not too light, and then I put it on the beauty blender. This saves products. Like this, and then just when you're blending, always just press and lightly extend the product like this, and then you can extend it to your nose just like that. And then why I say this is so important, because you see this demarcation here, you can easily sorry guys, it's so hard for me to kind of multitask, but you can easily like control where your product is going to. So now that I'm done with the first layer, personally, I like use one thing about makeup is that you should always go back and blend and blend and blend. That is the key to getting a flawless look. Go back, blend. Now I'm done with the first layer of the concealer. I'm going to go back and still touch up my blush, you know. And then now I'm going to go in with the second layer of my concealer, which is the lighter one, and still do the same thing. This will only be for my under eyes, not the other parts of my face. Okay, so now to contour your nose. Now anything regarding contour, always use an angled brush. I'm gonna use this angled brush. Take in the remaining products from the contour I used, and you know, from here just blend downwards, literally. Now go in with the same beauty blender, the parts with your concealer, and just blend a little, you know, blend a little bit over it, not too much. Don't be scared that the contour you've put is going to go. It's going to be there, it's going to show. But the thing is, you're trying to give it a subtle look, like an illusion, not for everybody to like, oh, it's there. Like, you're trying to give an illusion that, you know, your nose is snatched and whatnot. So just always blend, always go back and, you know, blend. So now this is the base. Going with a setting spray. After your setting spray has dried and now you want to set your face with powder and everything, before doing that, okay, don't be too fast. Go back and blend. Make sure everything is blended, because if you set your face without blending properly, whatever you set is going to be there. So you have to go in, blend, make sure everything is blended, you know, before setting. So after you've seen that it's blended, when you're satisfied, now you can set your face. This Sacha matte buttercup powder. Basically everywhere you put your concealer, you set it. And then while my thing is setting, I like to go in with this is my eyeshadow palette, but I like to use, sometimes I use this shade or these 3 shades as to set my blush, basically, because when you do put powder and everything, your blush may not show. So I just like to go over it with, you know, this eyeshadow. Obviously you can get, yeah, powdered blush palette, but yeah, I just go in with it, not too much, but you know, just cute. I still go in with my eyebrow gel, just because when you do your makeup, sometimes the products do get on your eyebrows and it starts to look a little bit funny. So I just go in to highlight my eyebrows, and this is the part where you can decide to draw your eyebrows. But if you do want to draw your eyebrows, you can set your eyebrows with powder and then draw it. But like I said, I don't draw my eyebrows, so I'm just going to conceal. You just want to use a little, just to, so you don't want to use a concealer that is too light. You can use the concealer you use when, you know, concealing your face, like the first one that is like 2 to 3 shades lighter. And then after doing that, get a bigger brush and just like blend in. And then when I'm concealing the top, I like to use an angled brush because it gives it more definition, and then it's easier to control the product. So then blend. So that's how I like to do my eyebrows. You can do your eyebrows however you please. Honestly, doing your eyebrows, you just have to study your face and know what works best for you, because what works for me may not work for you. Now, when you want to do your eyeshadow, honestly, I don't always use an eye primer, but if you want to do like a cut crease look or smoky eye look, you know, eye looks that like require hair to really show, you can always use an eye primer. It's literally written eye primer. Put a little and just blend. I'm just going to do a very simple look, and honestly, you can just really do what's comfortable for you. But yeah, so for my base layer of the eye look I'm creating, I'm going to use this brown. I'll use a brush this size just to get around the eyes, like. Then I'm using a smaller brush to control where I want the product to go. I'm going in with a darker brown, and you just keep going back and forth just to give definition. I'm using a smaller brush, go for the inner corners, because I always like using smaller brushes to have control over what I'm doing, because it's easier to work like that. I use this brow gel, it's black, and an angled brush like this for the eyeliner. And then when I'm done, like when you feel like your makeup is set, go in with a small brush to just like brush off the excess powder. I like to use a black liner to outline. So when you want to outline, this is to create this, and then you're going to connect this place to this. Then I would go in with a brown liner and just fill in. Then I love this Fenty lip gloss. I've said it before. If I feel like, because right now I feel like the outline isn't like really showing, I will still go in with this black to outline, you know. And then coat it with my clear gloss. Okay, so guys, this is the final look. As you guys can see, I really hope that I was able to help you, help you guys, the girlies that are struggling to know how to do their makeup. I hope this video was somewhat helpful and you did learn a thing or two. I would be really glad. And if you did learn, please just like the video. Like, that's honestly the least you can do. And if you're new here, please subscribe and leave a comment, because honestly guys, commenting really helps to push the video. Like, just leave a comment. Like, I really hope you guys did learn something from this video. If you watched it this far, thank you for being patient, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.